So hello, I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is where the FCRC is happening this year. That's the Federation for the ACM conferences. And we are here for PLDI and ISCA. ISCA is the largest conference for computer architecture. And I have here David Pankrats, who is an alumni of Compute 229. So I am Nelson Amaral and I will be teaching 229 this fall. And David, as an ex-student of 229 and 429 and some advanced compiler courses, can tell us a little bit about his experience with the course. So David, what can you tell about your experience with computer architecture at the UFA?
I mean, it was a class that I really enjoyed. I personally found your teaching to be excellent, so it was really nice to sit in class and sort of be engaged and have excellent PowerPoints walking you through stuff. So I would encourage people to pay attention, be engaged in class, like follow the animations that are happening on the PowerPoint. There's a lot of work went into those, and they're very good for understanding the subtle things that are happening behind the scenes. And then also, the labs are pretty intense, and I think it's worth investing a lot of your own time into understanding the little details, especially in the early labs, because the TAs can only go so far to help you, and if you miss some of the basics, it does build on itself, so expect to put in a fair amount of work for the labs.
So David, this semester, as you know, we are changing from MIPS to RISC-V. So what are the implications in terms of mostly connection with what's happening in the industry for this change?
Yeah, so RISC-V is an open source, essentially ISA, so that specifies how a computer like CPU is going to operate, and it was created a few years ago and it's getting a lot of steam in the industry. So David Patterson, who wrote the quantitative textbook that you're likely to use, also developed this ISA, and it's going to like take over everywhere. All sorts of different companies, from like NVIDIA, who do like graphics stuff, to other companies that are looking at it for like neural network accelerators, all sorts of very exciting topics in architecture. So the fact that you're learning it is excellent, because it's still being developed. It's going to be developed for years to come, and I think people are definitely going to want those skill sets.
So here in Arizona, you saw David Patterson, who is the author of the textbook. We just talked with Juan Gonzalez, one of the big names from Barcelona, and many other big names here.
Yeah.
And you are now starting, after starting with 229 a few years ago, you're now starting with your master's program. So what are you excited about computer architecture for the next couple of years that you're going to be working with?
So there's a couple big trends with computer architecture. So one of the most exciting is all the machine learning stuff that's happening. So in many of the talks I've been to here, people are thanking the ML people for just needing so much data, needing so much processing, and that's also revolutionized the types of chips that need to be built. So maybe a few decades ago it was a lot about CPUs, and then GPUs were there a little bit, but now it's like we need CPUs, GPUs, TPUs, all sorts of vision accelerators. So it's a more diverse field, tons of demand, and so there's just a lot to work on, a lot of interesting problems to solve, and every company is coming up with their own implementation of neural network stuff right now. And then the other major trend is the security stuff that's happening. So Spectre and Meltdown, especially Spectre, are going to change how we think about computers as a whole. Like, we have to rethink how we're going to do security, how we're going to do consistency, how just to understand abstractions at a basic level. And I think that has a lot of opportunity for interesting work, and even like new taxonomies that can change how computer architecture is taught.
It's true. The revolution with machine learning and AI and the security issues have made computer architecture and compilers very hot fields again. So, you know, I hope that you have a great time the rest of the time here in Arizona in your masters. And so this is our first vlog for Compute 229 for this fall, and we're going to have some others later. Thank you, David.
Thanks.